From the studios, it's Euroyard. We're back. We have a countdown that we are still addressing here. So the songs that you will see here today on our ESC Top 400 are songs number 125 to 101. And by the end of this video, we will have just 100 songs left. So the ESC Top 100 starts in the next video. But before that, we got to get through this next batch of 25. And for a reminder on how we score all of this, we have listened to or watched every single Eurovision entry multiple times, a total of 1,757 songs, which we rate based on overall impression and engagement, vocals, composition and lyrics, and staging. So without belaying the proceedings too much longer, let's get into it. So the first song that we have on the list, number 125, this is Italy's from 2017. The song is called Occidentali's Karma by Francesco Gabbani, and this song means Westerners' karma. Number 125 here. I mean, the song was an absolute hot mess, let's be honest. But that's probably why I love it so much. I mean, seriously, it's just all over the place, but at the same time, it worked. It was entertaining. It was very memorable. It was catchy. It made you want to sing. They had the dancing monkey. Was that Harambe? I don't know, but they had the monkey there. And in the end, isn't that what Eurovision's all about? And now we have a winner at number 124. This is Greece's song, My Number One, by Helena Paparizou. So the song was, like I mentioned, Greece's only winner to date back in 2005. It was a memorable performance, a memorable song. And as we saw in 2024, it's a great song for a sing-along in an interval, maybe with Petra there. It's got a great beat. And one way that you know that this was a worthy winner of the contest is the fact that it still slaps over 20 years later, and people still sing it, and people still consider it a good winning song today. And at number 123, we go to Spain in 2022. This is Slow Mo by Chanel, so we're keeping it in the 21st century here again. This was Spain's best song in a while, back in 2022. It was a high-energy number by a really, really capable performer in Chanel. The song had a good Spanish sound to it, the choreography was on point, and it was rewarded with third place. So now number 122, we have another winner, and we're going to have a high density of winners between here and number one. This is Israel's winning song from 1979. The song is called Hallelujah. And if you've asked people throughout the Eurovision bubble what their favorite winners are overall, or what their favorite winners are from particular countries, some people might go with this one for Israel. So the song does have a little bit of grandeur to it, I guess I'll say. And Ghali's singing was great. I happen to think that this is one that if you spoke any Hebrew at all, that you might even want to sing along to. And I would say also that the studio version of this song is also pretty good. And now at number 121, shocking, we have another winner. This is the Netherlands from 1969, one of the co-winners of that contest. This is De Troubadour, and that means the Troubadour. Shocking. So this was obviously one of four winners from 1969. It was stylistically very different from the other three. It was folksy and just a down-to-earth kind of song, complete with the guitar music. It was just a really pleasing song to listen to. And Lenny, she sang with a lot of passion, which I think most of us would be able to appreciate. So at number 120, we have another winner. This is France's winning song from 1962, Un Premier Amour by Isabelle Aubray, and the song means a first love. So this was France's third win at the contest already, and it was only the seventh contest, so they were winning a lot in the early days. So we're at the point here where all of these songs are good, and I'm just going to be regurgitating a lot of the same nice things, complimentary things about the performers. Isabelle is no exception to that. She had a beautiful voice. The Big Finish really capped this song off, and as you already saw in a previous video, she has been on this list before. Now at number 119, a song that maybe you haven't heard of, maybe you've forgotten, or maybe you just didn't give it its due credit. From 1960, this is Switzerland's song. This is Cielo e Terra, or Heaven and Earth by Anita Traversi. And nobody really seemed to give Anita her props in this contest, but I will. So this song came in 8th back in 1960, which you would say, well, that's not bad, but there were only 13 songs at the time. So obviously I had this one a lot higher. Anita sang very clearly, and her voice was soothing. It was a pretty song, to be sure. So number 118, it's Portugal again. We had a lot of Portugal in the earlier videos. Haven't seen them in a bit, but we got a good one here. From 1996, O Meu Coração Não Tem Cor by Lucia Moniz, and the song title means My Heart Has No Color. So I absolutely consider this one of Portugal's best songs. The melody and the arrangement alone should put it way up there. So this is just overall a great piece of music. There's really not much that I can say about it that would do it justice, me trying to explain to you what I'm hearing. I think you just have to listen to it and a lot of these other songs. This hit on almost every category for me, and it came pretty close to the top 100, all things considered. So now we have a former winner here from 1974. This was Italy at 117, C by Gigliola Cinquetti, the song title. Obviously that means yes. So this was Gigliola's return to Eurovision. She held back, I think, a little bit less in this song, which actually, and as you can tell if you've watched the previous videos, I actually prefer it to her winning song from 1964, which was still good. This had a soft melody at times, but I could also feel the emotion that she was conveying throughout the piece. This song also had some layers to it. It got faster at times, and then it slowed back down. It took you, I think, on a really full journey over the course of 3 minutes. Just a really well-written song. Now 2024, tell me you haven't forgotten this one. From Croatia at number 116, Rim Tim Tagi Dim by Baby Lasagna. And this was Croatia's best and most successful entry. Like I said in a previous video, it doesn't always happen that a country's best entry is their most successful one and vice versa. Did happen for Croatia. So yeah, okay, fine. The vocals in this song, they were a little crunchy, of course. But if you've listened to Marco sing some other songs, which I have, and during the Eurovision season in 2024 I did, he actually has quite a nice voice. As for this song, though, you weren't showing up for this one for the vocals. This song is just an explosion of energy. It's right up there with Finland from 2023. It is 3 minutes of all gas, no brakes. And so, admittedly, after he performed this on that Saturday at Eurovision in Malmö, I thought he had won with this performance. Ironically, though, this wasn't my Deuce Point song from 2024. And neither was this one. This was the song that actually won in 2024. Switzerland at number 115, The Code by Nemo. So this one, like I said, it won in 2024. It was a very tight competition with Baby Lasagna from Croatia. So Nemo in this song gave us a vision. So now going into the contest, the question was if they could nail the vocals live on stage. And then if they could nail the vocals live on stage, well, then the sky would be the limit for Nemo. And guess what? That is exactly what they did. Nailing those vocals and then dropping a beat while spinning on a disc, no less. I mean, the juries just ate this one up. And now another winner. Denmark, 2000 at number 114. This is Fly on the Wings of Love by the Olsen Brothers. And this is probably one of the most pleasant and harmless winning songs ever at the contest. It's another really good sing-along kind of song. So look, Denmark had waited a long time to win this contest again, and I'm glad that it was something like this. What else is fun about this win is that absolutely nobody saw it coming back in 2000. So there's a great website out there. It's called ESC Extra. They did a retrospective of the odds going back to this contest and before that. Now, remember, you shouldn't always trust the odds, and this is one case in which that is the truth, because this song was actually 11th in the odds, so not even in the top 10 going into that contest, and it ended up winning. So no winner at 1992, but a favorite of mine. From Iceland at number 113, the song is called Neira Yao by Heart to Heart. Definitely one of my favorite Icelandic entries of all time. The song was bright, energetic. It's also just not easy to sing and dance the way that they did, especially when you're moving around in place as much as they are. You're doing this, and you have to make sure that you're still hitting your notes, that you're still breathing properly, that you're still projecting volume. Well, they did it, and I really enjoyed this one. I also liked how the outfits were coordinated during the performance. So one of them was gold with a red stripe, and the other one was red with a gold stripe. So there you go. And now we go backwards to 1964 for the UK's entry at number 112. This is I Love the Little Things by Matt Monro. So this song, it charted very high on our score sheet. Matt Monro, he had a great voice, and this song had an upbeat melody and was easy to like. This is another one where I could say the vocals were soothing, and I always appreciate when a song goes through some progression. I mentioned in a previous video that he covered Austria's song from this contest in English, and it did well. So Monaco 1970 is at number 111, Marlène by Dominique Dussault. So maybe you forgot about this one, or maybe you just weren't even aware of it. But I am, and it is one of my favorite songs from the 1970 contest. So this is a song, you see the name Marlène. So this song is about Marlene Dietrich. This was just a very, very classy song with strong lyrics. So for example, this might be the only ESC song to use the word languorously, which means lazy or listless. This is one of those where I don't care what the rating of this song is on some other Eurovision websites, which are perfectly fine websites, but I don't care what the rating is of this song. I know a good song when I hear it. Speaking of good songs, here's Norway from 2019 at number 110 as we inch closer to the top 100. This is Spirit in the Sky by Kaino. Now, a complete change of pace from the last song that we just talked about. This one is just pure concentrated energy, at least when you get to the chorus part of the song. And the beat is something that you are going to remember about this performance. In fact, I would say if you watch the contest back in 2019 and you say, oh, I don't remember this song, Spirit in the Sky, what's that called? Well, then I would have to question whether or not you even actually watched it. I also like how they staged it initially. You had all three singers at a different part of the stage, and the camera work there was pretty good too. So at number 109, Netherlands, 1956, one of their two entries. This is for Hut Voorbij by Corey Broken. And I would like to remind you out there in internet land that this is an unofficial Corey Broken fan page, and don't you forget it. I just loved Corey's singing. She would go on to be a worthy second winner of the Eurovision Song Contest in 1957, but this wasn't her winning song. The melody of this song, it was also just very pleasant, and it definitely worked for its time period. So now another winner. This is Ireland, 1992. At number 108, it's Why Me by Linda Martin. So this was Linda's winner, but not the only time that you will see Linda Martin on this list. So Linda, she is a very capable performer. She won this contest through a lot of her own personal charisma. She sold it, and that big chorus required someone who could sing, and that was Linda. Fun fact about this one too, this song was written by Johnny Logan, the two-time Eurovision winner, who we haven't even come upon on this list yet, so you can surmise that his entries are higher up. So now another winner. This is the UK 1976 at 107. Save Your Kisses for Me by Brotherhood of Man. So this was a very memorable and frankly iconic British winning song. Some people think it was their best. I do have some British entries higher. And to be honest, you are going to see a lot more British songs as we get into the top 100. I developed more of a fondness for this song in my later times listening through the contest. When you realize at the very end of the song that they're singing about a child, it's a very pleasant surprise. And this is the sort of song that's just supposed to make you feel good, which would explain why so many people probably rate it very, very highly on their list. And now we go to Yugoslavia 1990. At number 106, this is Haide de Ludojemo by Taichi, and the song title means Let's go crazy. So over in Yugoslavia, this was their only host entry of the Eurovision Song Contest. They won in 1989, hosted in 1990 with this song, and then the country would be gone a few years later. So I actually think this was better than the song that won. Oops, hope I didn't say that out loud. Although we also had Rock Me on this list too. I mean, this was just a great performance, no notes here. And whenever I hear this song, I have to do the thing that she was doing in the song. And now we go backwards in time to 1964 for France. At number 105, La Chante Mallory by Rachel. And the song title means Mallory's Song. And for a contest where you couldn't actually watch most of the songs because there was just no tape of it from 1964, this contest actually has quite a few entries on the list. So this song, it hit on the lyrics. It was about a soldier who went to war. So might not be what you think that it would be about just looking at the title of it. But the subject matter, it's actually kind of sad. But it was a very pretty song anyway, and her singing was just really clear. And believe me, I always appreciate good diction. So now we go to Italy, 1969, a few years later at number 104, getting closer and closer to that top 100. Due grosse lacrime bianche by Eva Zanicki. And the title means Two Big White Tears. So this song, oh boy, this song got absolutely screwed in 1969. You had the guitar to open it, and then Eva starts singing. And the vocals were strong. And honestly, everything about it, from vocals to melody, I thought the song was really, really good. I'm not really sure what the juries wanted her to do. I do think this song got a little bit screwed, and I liked it a lot. So at number 103, Norway, a host entry from 1996. This is Evighet or Forever by Elizabeth Andreasen. You might also know her as Betten. She went to the Eurovision Song Contest 4 times. This was her last of 4 appearances at the contest. She damn near won with this song herself. She came in 2nd place. If she had won with this song in Norway 1996, the country obviously would have won back-to-back contests. She would have become the second 2-time winner after Johnny Logan. That's not what happened, but she's still really good. So Elizabeth, her vocals were excellent as usual. No shock there. The instrumentals in this song were really just wonderful. I highly recommend that you listen to this one. Just a great entry for Norway, and they did their homeland proud. 2 to go now in this batch of 25. We have another winner, Israel 2018. At number 102, the song is Toy by Netta, and this is another big vibe shift from the last song to this one. So, I mean, you can't say that Netta is not a great performer. You can say whatever you want, but you can't deny that she's a great performer. She is in her own category. You probably all know about the meaning behind the song and what she was going for there, which adds some depth, and I appreciate that, but she just oozes talent. I think that's what you have to take away from it. She just oozes talent. You can tell that Netta is a creative mind, always at work, and it worked out for her. And now the last song in this batch, which just missed the top 100 by 1 spot. This is France's winner, 1960, at 101, Tom Pilly B by Jacqueline Boyer. So France's second win at the contest here in 1960. It was a mostly sedate song, but they leaned in pretty heavily on the cute factor. It worked. The song, it changes gears a few times, which kept me interested. So Jacqueline had a pretty voice as well. And when it was time for her to turn up the volume, she did it. So that is it. 300 down, 100 to go. The next video, we start the top 100 here at Euroyard. Like and subscribe. Follow us on social media. We'll see you soon.